Right.
Can anyone else turn on the camera, or is it just Razor?
I just did. I just did it as a test. I can.
I've been showing cats.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
The box is too small. That's okay, because I'm going to read to you exactly what it says. So, on Monday, July 14th, 2025, Orion Paul Doherty, RE, cease and desist. Mr. Orion Paul Doherty, it has come to our attention that you have made an unauthorized use of our registered trademark Universal Music, and then there's redacted information, which appears in social media accounts, publications, public persona in association with marketing or sale of your goods and services. Then there's some redacted information. As important representation of our brand and the goodwill of our business, it is imperative to protect it from action that may confuse the public or cause a loss of effectiveness or harm to our business. Identification of infringed works, copyrighted materials, name/trademarked infringements, media copyright, infringing activities. We have evidence that you are engaged in the following unauthorized activities: unauthorized reproduction of our copyrighted works, unauthorized distribution of our printed content, unauthorized display of our materials on multiple social media platforms, unauthorized use of our name/trademark in connection with previous and recent behaviors, unauthorized modification, unauthorized commercial exploitation without permission or licensing. So yes, they were served a cease and desist. I have information of this. Others of Cam2s have been informed. We have been kept tight-lipped. Yeah. For those of you who don't know me, and Orion, you do know me, because you've come and you've played into my music bingo and you've tried to chat to me about music things before. So, hi, I'm Razor. I'm a tour manager and I work for a music label in the US. I won't say what label, but we have information, and we also have contracts with Universal Music and Wicked, including a beautiful meeting a couple of weeks ago with Greg Wells. Continuing on with the cease and desist, specific evidence, see attached documents, pages 3, 4, 5, and 6. So there is 4 pages of links and it's all in small print of offences for why they've got this cease and desist. Legal basis for demand. Your actions constitute copyright infringement under, and then that's redacted, trademarked infringement under, redacted, unfair competition and false design of origin, rights of publicity violations, potential criminal copyright infringement, and then it's got all the laws and acts. Demand for immediate action. You must immediately. So they received this last Monday. You must immediately cease all use, reproduction, distribution, and display our copyrighted materials. Remove all infringing content from your website, social media, and or other platforms. Destroy any physical or digital copies of our protected content within your possession. Provide written confirmation of compliance within 30 business days. You must 7 business days. Stop using our name, trademark, or any confusingly similar variations unless proof of birth confirms the identity of Elphaba Orion Doherty. You have 7 business days of receipt of this letter. You must provide proof of birth or identification. That expired 2 hours and 14 minutes ago.
Yep.
They had 7 days to remove all Elphaba from social media. So I will be referring to them as Orion because that is what Universal has asked, because they do not want any ties with Orion themselves. Consequences of non-compliance. failure to comply with this demand within 30 business days will result in civil remedies. Filing of federal lawsuit seeking injunctive relief, monetary damages including actual damages and or statutory damages up to $150,000 per work. That is per work. They have already breached this. They have breached it the first day by singing Wicked with movie backing audios. Universal only needs 36 seconds of them singing that, and that is copyright infringement. Playing music or anything to a public audience to over 10 people is classed as public broadcasting. If you do not own it, you're in a lot of trouble. Monetary damages, recovery of all profit you derived from the infringement. So if you are an Orion supporter and you have gifted them in the last week, Universal thanks you for their contribution, because that is where it will be going, because Orion will not be making a penny from that. Attorneys' fees and court fees, they will be responsible for them too. We all know Orion doesn't have 2 pennies to rub together at the moment, and with the new changes to TikTok coming in on the 25th, they're panicking. Seizure and destruction of all infringing materials, criminal referral to federal prosecutors for criminal copyright infringement charges, potential fines of up to $250,000 and imprisonment of up to 5 years. Letters then intended to comply with the states the fact of our legal prosecution. We expressly deserve the rights and remedies available at law or equity. If you do not immediately remove every infringing material and notify us within writing that you have done so, we will consider taking further action against you. We require the infringing, and then there is, of course, a lot of redacted information. Yes, pretty much.
Yep. So Elphaba has been served with a cease and desist. He was served last week and he was given a warning. He must change his name. He must stop associating himself with Wicked. He must stop reproducing the likeness of Wicked, and he received this, as I said, early last week, and that is the reason for all these crash outs. And if people are asking for proof, well, he posted a story on, I think it was Tuesday. He posted a story on Tuesday.
It was the Tuesday when they crashed out.
Yeah, and he said in that story, my favourite thing doesn't want to be associated with me anymore. And we all dropped clues about that, but obviously, now that's what it's about. My favourite thing doesn't want to be associated with me anymore.
The talking to ChatGPT, asking about trademarks, lawsuits, copyright, that triggered a lot of highlighted buzzwords within the analytics of Universal Systems. So, of course, they've been watching for quite a while.
Yeah.
They can sing, but they can only sing to licensed, so like karaoke versions or non-audio versions. So, like nothing from the movie. They can't sing along to the movie vocals.
Yeah, he can't. He's basically buggered himself because he had to produce evidence that his legal name is Elphaba Orion Doherty, and obviously he can produce no such evidence. He's got no evidence to produce that that's his name, and if he doesn't change his name, well, it'll be going to court. So he cannot go by Elphaba anymore.
Which explains why they have been asking about new names and what they should be calling themselves and all that kind of stuff in the last few days, because, as I said, that expired 2 hours and nearly 20 minutes ago.
Yep, and that's why he was talking about identity theft yesterday morning. He was deflecting. He couldn't really say the real reason. Do you know when he said, "Oh, the trolls have phoned up my housing, they pretended to be me, it's identity theft"? That was all smoke and mirrors. It was all smoke and mirrors.
Because the name that they are using for housing is not even their actual name. It is parts of their name.
Yeah.
And the fact that we're being targeted by Orion to be doxxed and all that kind of stuff. We never did anything. We all have alibis. We have multiple people in this room right now who are watching and monitoring everything they do. I've had at least 4 or 5 people in every chat that I've been in the last week watching everything that I do.
Yeah, there's company executives and people like that are aware about what he's done, and obviously because it's such bad press for Universal, which holds the licensing rights to Wicked, they just can't tolerate it anymore, especially when when Orion is the one saying, well, Wicked endorses me because I have these DMs from 6 years ago when I spam the producers. So he can do none of that anymore. He's been told. Well, he's been told that he can do none of it anymore, and if he does, what he already has done, he's broken it already, but it will be going to court. You know what I mean? He'll receive a court summons if he hasn't already.
And it's not just Universal Music Group or Universal Inc. In the whole umbrella, Disney have purchased licensing to use Wicked. Yep. Village Roadshow have purchased licensing. Warner Brothers have purchased licensing. This includes anything on the yellow brick road no longer pertains to Orion. That is how badly they have damaged the reputation of this company and everything affiliated with it. The first thing that comes up when you Google Elphaba, it is not the characters that have worked hard for these roles. It's Orion.
Could I ask a question to Razor?
Of course.
I know, we've spoken about this, but what happens now that this has all come out and Orion knows this? What will now happen with the Wicked 2 premiere that they so badly want to go to?
They will not be in attendance. It has been said for at least the last month now that they do not want them there. They will not be in attendance. They don't want them associated with the name.
No.
They don't like the fact that they wear clothing with their name on it and then do serious acts of SH online.
Yeah, with the Wicked hat as well.
This is a person that involves themselves with so much negativity. There's minors involved. There is so many legalities that this person has smudged on their name, and it's tarnishing a brand. This brand's not happy.
No, he's completely trashed the reputation of Wicked, and he's impugned their reputation, and he's caused serious financial harm to them. Finally, now they're doing something. As we said, he was served last week. He violated that within a day. That's why I was asking people, go and ask him about Wicked, go and screen record him talking about Wicked and singing Wicked. It was all for this purpose, so he can be summoned to court for violating the cease and desist.
Just a small question that I saw, which was a good one. Razor, sorry, darling. Does that apply to the West End and Broadway as well?
It applies to anything pertaining the name Wicked that is owned and trademarked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is why they have said, why does the thing that I love the most not want me? And they have spoken to police, and they have said to police, that's okay. Now, I'm going to put this out there because I have been told that I can. These crash outs, they want you to play into them.
Yep.
They want to get sectioned right now because they have been told that when this goes to court, and it will, that they are going to plead insanity because the only thing that they have, they do not have the monetary to pay for this. They do not have the support. They have literally nothing. So that is what they are planning on doing when this goes to court. It's not about if, it is when, because it is going to happen.
Yeah, he completely disrespected
The crash out the other day at the new address. Again, information was leaked, not by anybody from Cam 2 nor myself. They did their own information because they received a reminder that they had to change their name, and they were upset that they got served at their new address with a reminder. They thought if they moved, then the C&D would stop and nothing else would happen.
Yep. So this is the reason for the crash outs for the last 7 days. This is what triggered it. Nothing to do with the fire. He already admitted yesterday he was moved because of the trolls and the doxing, and not because of the fire. And obviously that's code for what we've just been speaking about, the trolls and doxing. But he thinks if he can just move away, he can avoid this. But he's dealing with a massive multi-billion-pound company, and they're just not going to tolerate it. So do you know what I mean? They will find him. That's why he's been talking about identity theft and the trolls taking his identity. It's because he's been found out again, and he can't say that publicly. So that was his excuse.
It's roughly £200 every day that they infringe by keeping their username.
Wow. And that's.
I've just seen a comment. Oh, sorry. I've just seen a comment about someone saying, what happens if they paint themselves green and, act as Elphaba? Would that still count in the cease and desist?
If they are doing it on live and gaining monetary from it, yes.
So this is why.
If they are dressing up like that for Halloween or going to a party, then absolutely no.
Yeah, that's why last time he was singing, he turned his gifts off, because he knows anytime he sings now, it all goes to Universal. He doesn't get a penny from that.
Just to double check as well, is it 200 per day per account, as in Instagram, I don't know if they have Facebook, all of that. Is that
every online document that they have with that name attached to them, that's an infringement.
Oh dear.
And I can say right now that each thing it's being done by counts. So it's literally, they'll have the infringement. So what I'm seeing at the moment on the new documents is it's got the infringement and then it's counts. So it'll be like on this date at this time, this date, this time. And it's already a couple of pages long and it's only been a week.
So does that mean then if he wears the hat and sings on live, you can't do that as well?
If they receive gifts from it, no.
Oh my god, imagine wearing the hat.
He can't do that because he's representing the likeness of Wicked.
There's some silly bint in your live telling me it's not. You can't do it. Told me to let the adults go, let the grown-ups chat.
Does anyone have any questions?
I've seen a comment saying about what about cameos? Since they make money from that, like let's say they wore the
everything.
Hat. Yeah.
Everything that they have got their name set as Elphaba, Orion, Doherty has to be removed. So for the first time in 5 years, Orion has to be themselves. They haven't been themselves. They've been living their life as somebody else for the past 5 years. This is big for them because they don't know how to be a real human.
Nope. No. People are asking, how did you get this C&D? Razor is a music executive. I don't know if she wants to say. I don't know if she wants to say more than that, but she's a music executive. So this is why. This is how she knows.
I've had access to a lot of interworkings of Orion over the last year, and yeah, I was put on this because I apparently am the one with the special interest, and because I enjoy the Cam 2s. which I would like to say thank you everybody for being here. Jamie, Oliver, Misty, thank you. Riley, Cody, Becca, yeah, all of you guys, thank you very much.
How do we know this is true, though? Someone says. Well, apart from this, he posted on his Instagram stories on, I think, Tuesday, my favourite thing doesn't want to be associated with me anymore. He's had a week-long crash out, just like a bender, for the last 7 days, and this is why. He's been very like elusive about it, but if you look at the timelines, it all makes sense.
I notified the Cam 2 people that are here of everything that was going on before it happened.
Yeah. So we've been watching his behaviour. Obviously, it's quite the claim, but everything lines up with what Orion said and done over the last week.
He didn't. Somebody just said about the housing. He didn't use his name for the housing. He didn't use Elphaba for housing. He rearranged his own name.
Yeah, he's claiming housing under a different name than his own legal name. His legal name is Orion Paul Doherty, but that's not the name under which he claims housing.
Everyone's asking about the GoFundMe.
It depends on how far they want to push it and take it back. I mean, legally, they can only charge for things from a certain date.
Yeah.
The fact that they have attempted 3 times to issue a C&D to Orion and have been unsuccessful, they can only really go from this date for infringements, but the evidence is there of who they are as a person, all their online activity, you know.
Someone says, what if he changes his legal name to Elphaba? Someone asked that. I doubt he could do so now. But
it's already past the 7-day deadline of proof.
What if he claims he didn't get the letter? Well, he obviously did get the letter because he's alluded to it. He's alluded to it on his Instagram stories, and that's the whole reason from this crash out starting Tuesday. Every single thing.
The letter was hand delivered to them.
Yeah, he was served. And he is aware.
People are asking to see like the whole cease and desist. I don't think
I will pop what I've got in the Discord. Yeah.
Yes, she's redacted it. She's had the legal team go over it.
Yeah, and I've only got a couple of pages because the less that I know, because I still have NDAs, so the less that I know about certain things, the less that I can speak on.
What I will say about that as well, people, what do you think about people posting the cease and desist online? Like, do you give permission for that?
Make it bigger. I don't think we can do when the people are in the boxes. They've just posted on IG. Have they actually? Hold on.
Yeah, Razor in full Elphaba makeup and hat and the audio.
Yeah, he just posted himself singing Greened Up with the hat, looking like Elphaba the character, singing Defying Gravity on purpose 52 seconds ago. And the caption is, wanted to post this as it's an old photo, but I love it and wanted it on my grid. So I guess
We'll
that's
take that as a protest.
yeah. You can take that however you want. You can take that however you want. He's watching. He's got burner accounts. He watches all of us come to us on in the background. He's got two phones and an iPad. He always watches us, always. But he's not to be called Elphaba anymore because Universal and Wicked have made it clear that they don't want him to be called Elphaba. It's not his legal name. His legal name is Orion Paul Doherty.
So everyone, hello to Orion Paul Doherty.
So no one's to refer to him as Elphaba anymore because that's not his name. And if he claims his name's Alphabet, that's just not true. He's produced nothing to back this claim up, and he's disallowed from doing so anymore. Can he legally go by Alfie? Well, I imagine any association with Alphabet after this would be a no-go. But obviously, we don't know. We don't know what he will try.
Somebody asked, is TikTok aware of the cease and desist? Can they aid Universal in taking off this down?
Yeah, I just responded. So yes, they can post it, but of course Orion can take their own legal matters with you because it's their personal information, even though information is redacted.
He's taken his name's on Instagram is still Alphabet Orion Doherty, but he's taken Joe's profile picture. He likes to have like an Alphabet profile picture, whereas this one's just a normal one of him. There's no mention of Wicked or anything in the bio now. He's just posted another story with he's holding his hands out and he's got a green heart. Will he claim doxing? Well, he can't claim doxing because that's his legal name. It's a matter of public record. You know, Universal did not hire private investigators to dig this up. It's an established known fact that his name is Orion.
Orion has claimed many times online that they have legally changed their name to Elphaba. So
yeah,
they wouldn't lie about that, would they?
No, they'd never lie. They'd never lie.
Never.
Oh yeah, just a funny thing. I already changed the Discord Alphabet chat to Orion Paul.
Does anyone have any more questions?
I'm just bringing up the Instagram on my screen so I can just pull down and refresh it.
People in the box is going to mute themselves now. I think you're free to speak.
I saw someone ask, has Orion tried to call the police on you, Razor?
Yes, I was actually served a summons a couple of days ago pertaining to this. There was inaccuracies with it, but yeah, I am golden, but they're in a lot of trouble and it's not going to be pretty for them.
What happens?
Paul, sorry, you go on it.
Someone says, what happens if they don't pay out? Well, I imagine they'd have to declare bankruptcy.
Yeah.
Because they've not got the money to pay for all of this. He doesn't even have the money for a solicitor to even dispute it. Never mind all the damages that he'll be paying. And he was.
And they have been offered legal representation.
New post.
They have been offered free legal representation, and they said, I'll sort that out myself. And they haven't done a thing yet.
I've seen people saying, will it be US or UK court?
The paperwork that I have is for the UK and it is international court.
New post on Instagram.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. So it's a picture of Orion as a child, and it says, "I won't ever stop following my dreams. No one can stop me, and no one will bring me down. I love you."
Well, there's your confirmation, everyone. There is your confirmation. He's speaking in code. I won't ever stop following my dreams. His dream is wicked, and no one can stop me. He's referencing the courts. And no one will bring me down. I love you. He's not
We've got
denying it.
another one. Hang on.
Check your Discord chat, Oliver.
Huh? Right, I've checked it. No one can stop me. Well, I think you can be stopped, Ryan. I think you can be stopped. And I think you will be stopped because you have been served a cease and desist, which you violated almost immediately. And now you have received a summons. So he's saying no one can stop me, but he can't fight this. He can't go against a multi-billion-pound global multinational company. He cannot do so. But he's been, if you notice, we were asking people to go into his chat and say things about Wicked, and he was being very elusive a couple of days ago. Very elusive. I think he referred to it as that West End show one time, and anytime anyone asked about it, he would reply, but he'd go very quiet, and he'd give like a 1 or 2 word answer, and he'd move on.
They spoke about Ariana, but Ariana as an artist, not Ariana as
Glinda,
a performer in Wicked. Yeah.
Just to let you know, Ollie Jammy says it's not letting him back in the box.
Oh, time to refresh his thing.
Yeah, he's been invaded.
How/where are infringements reported? We already, well, a few days ago, I was asking people to record any clips of him singing Fine Gravity, especially with background vocals, over 36 seconds from that day onwards, so people could send it to me and we could pass it on. I guess it really doesn't matter now because it's going to court anyway. He's already violated it. He threw a tantrum. That's what all his tantrums have been about. It's nothing to do with the fire or anything like that. That is what his tantrums have been about for the last couple of days. It's all he's obscured the whole reason why. He's obscured the whole reason why.
So can he talk about Wicked?
I don't think so. Is Universal watching his online activity? Yes, they are.
Yes. There are actually 3 representatives from Universal in this room right now.
Hi.
Do we have to use she pronouns? Well, that's nothing to do
Use
with
whatever
this,
pronouns you want.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with this, but no, you don't have to.
I don't know any she's called Paul.
I don't know any she's called Orion.
I don't know anybody called Orion, but you know. I can be.
This is amazing. I think this is the first like real concrete thing, because obviously we've all heard the claims Elphaba's getting arrested, this is happening to Elphaba on like Reddit, on TikTok, everything, and then 95% of the time it just never happens. It never materializes. Someone will claim something and then people will talk about it. It just never happens. This is, I think, probably the biggest thing, because Wicked is his whole life. He's got nothing without Wicked, nothing whatsoever.
So what happened, you know, the account he's got on TikTok that he can't get back into because TikTok have locked him out of it?
Yeah.
You can't get back into it to take the videos down. What happens with them? Keep on getting...
That is up to Universal to then contact those companies to remove any accounts that they have no access to.
Leave it up.
It is brilliant. It's brilliant news, because this is his whole life. Wicked. He's got nothing without Wicked. He's delusional, and he claims for the last five 5 years he's this green witch from Wicked, and has inextricably tied himself to the brand and the image of Wicked and Elphaba, and he's no longer able to do so. Well, he can do so, but he'll face the consequences for it. The next steps, well, he's received a court summons already for violating his C&D, which he received last week, and it will be going to court because he's caused so much damage to Wicked and Universal. He's obliterated the image. You think how many people have said, I'll never go and watch Wicked, I've got no interest in watching Wicked, he's ruined Wicked. You think how many people have been put off from Wicked forever because of him? And that's serious financial damage. So they've been forced to act.
I've just seen another comment. Someone said, what about like awareness pages and that have Elphaba in their name? Will they have to remove that as well?
Well, no, because you aren't making monetization from it. You're not making it your character, you're not making it your persona. So you're simply talking about it as a fan, which is normal.
Does anyone else have any good questions? And would anyone like to get in the box?
Will there be a statement from Universal?
Yeah,
I don't think so, because there's no need to do that. They don't want to draw attention, and this is what we discussed in a meeting a month ago. They don't want to draw attention to Orion. They honestly have a stack of emails from them asking everything from, hey, I'm happy to be on the green carpet and do PR for you, I'm a big fan. These are multiple emails to even somebody that was an intern for only 2 weeks received emails from Orion begging to be associated with the premiere of Wicked, to do some kind of PR promotion. But they're not a good name. No. Nobody wants somebody that has
that much baggage,
issues with minors, substances, SA, SH, the list goes on. We all know the wrongs they've done. Universal know them too. They don't want their name associated with this person.
We're still protesting, Razor.
And this,
on Instagram.
This is I think this is what's caused the latest outburst with the police as well. But the thing is, if a company like Universal is going after someone legally and seeking damages and punitive action against them, obviously it's not just the trolls, is it? If a big companies, this is like a last resort. They really do not want to have to go against someone publicly, take them to court and things like that, because it's very damaging for the brand image for them to even do so. This was a last resort, and I think this is why he's talking about the police. But the thing is, if the police know about the fact that he's now been served and he's received a C&D and he's violating it, companies like Universal do not just go after people. Like, there has to be evidence to do so, otherwise they just wouldn't bother. So that's just gonna blow up in his face.
He's still going. It's just him singing Wicked. The last 2 reels have just been him singing Wicked.
He's not helping himself.
So that is that. So this is so everyone asking for proof. First of all, before we brought this publicly, we were dropping little hints here and there, and then I said on, I think it was Tuesday, if you want to know more about what has happened, just go on his Instagram story and read out the post that says, my favourite thing doesn't want to be associated with me anymore. And now he's posting videos of himself singing Defying Gravity. I don't think there's any more proof that is needed. So, do you know what I mean? It all lines up. Yeah, and
their posts earlier today, was it, or early this morning, or last night, where they said, "I have to sing for my supper." Yeah. They only ever sing Defying Gravity.
Yeah. So he's completely he's SHOT himself, not only in the foot but in the head, because that's his whole life, and now it's just gone. If only he just controlled himself. You know, if he was just seeing Divine Gravity and he wasn't a nuisance, Universal wouldn't go after him. But because he's caused such bad publicity, and if you Google the name Elphaba Ryan Doherty, just even Elphaba in the UK, he is the first thing that comes up. It's not Cynthia, it's not the people on the West End who play Elphaba, it's not the character of Elphaba, it's him. So they've had to do this. He's saying it's fake.
Where is he saying it's fake? Just because it might be on a different Instagram.
But it's not fake though, is it, Orion?
I know Riley's watching TikTok, so...
Yeah, I can't see it where he said it's fake. He just posted another one.
It's stories. Hang on.
There's so much shite on his story that you don't... It's just hard to go through.
I'm just going by...
5 minutes ago, people are allowed... He's not denying it. In fact, he is implicitly proving it true, because he said people are allowed to follow their dreams. I won't stop singing trans rights. But what does being trans have to do with that, Orion?
And if you go back to every time something's came out about him, he's always instantly gone, "Now you're lying. It's all fake."
Yeah, he does that every single time. He deflects, he lies, he gaslights, he misdirects, he puts misinformation out there.
Angry Irish has a question. Go for it.
I was just reading Angry Irish's question about why didn't Universal go after TikTok and Instagram. It has taken over, I would say, probably about 2.5 years, if not longer, just to start receiving royalties from TikTok. So having anything to do with TikTok, getting information back through them, it's easier for them to take it into their own hands and go above TikTok and go to the person directly.
Apparently there's audio in that story. So
There is.
Do you want me to play it?
Yeah, please.
Okay, give me a sec, because it's going to be a bunch of shit. Quick job. I'm sorry.
Just to clear this up, because there's a lot of people watching it, obviously, that cease and desist is so fake. I'm not legally called Orion Paul Doherty. I'm actually called legally Elphaba Orion Doherty. So that would be my name. I'm going to keep singing Wicked and always be a fan of the show, because it is what I've always dreamed of, and everyone knows that. And it's my dream, and no matter how many transphobes try and bring me down, it ain't gonna happen, because my dream is bigger than hate. It can't. It's a spiritual dream. It's something much more deeper than a court case, which is fake as well, darling. So I'm gonna keep going.
He's panicking.
Yes. I'm going to wear my hat, and I'm going to keep slaying and keep being me. And I'm going to keep doing me, babe. Keep being me. Thank you very much. Myself.
He says it's fake. He says it's fake, but then he goes and validates it. He goes and validates. He's so transparent.
The tremble in that voice is great.
Wait, should someone screen record that and send it in and send it to Razor?
Yes.
Because I think Razor should show that.
Oh, they already have that. Anything that they have posted on any TikTok or Instagram in the last month and a half has all been saved and recorded.
He said it's fake, but then he proves the contrary.
You could hear the tremble as he sits on his bed.
Yeah.
They had 3 hours ago, their timeline ended nearly 3 hours, 6 minutes away from 3 hours ago, to produce a birth certificate with that name.
Yeah.
But are you allowed to show this cease and desist online like this?
Redacted information, yes. So I don't have the full thing. Literally what I have is that page, and there is 9 pages to the document.
Okay.
And I have basically 2 and a bit.
Yeah.
It has all been confirmed with legal. I have NDAs, I have contracts. I have only said the information in which I have been allowed to say.
No, she's not breached GDPR. First of all, she's in Australia. They don't have GDPR, but also she's checked this she's had this checked over by a legal team. She's had details redacted, things that she can't share. She's obviously she said things that still can't be said publicly, but it all lines up with what Elphaba's doing, what he did over the last week, what he's saying on his Instagram, what we've been saying. It all lines up. That story's been deleted.
That's all. Hang on, I'm checking it in for a minute. 19 minutes.
Let's have a look.
Hey, how's he deleted it?
There we go. There we go. There we go, everyone. There we go. He's deleted it. He's deleted it.
I really hope someone screen recorded that.
Are you recording this live, Oliver?
Yes.
Then he's going to exactly it.
I love the live playback thing.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. If you needed confirmation and proof, you just had it. He's so dumb. He's so dumb. He's been found out.
But we have we've sat on this information. I mean, I obviously have sat on it a lot longer than everybody else, but as soon as I knew something, I let the other Cam 2 people know, because these are the people that are spreading awareness. These are the people that are looking out for children, trying to get this toxicity offline.
So they've put up a screenshot, Razor, from the request for a mechanical license for defying gravity from Wicked. Dear Elphaba, thank you for sending the recordings. Your Purple Disco Machine Mix version of Defying Gravity is approved for licensing, for digital downloads and for streaming. If you're open to suggestion, Mr. Schwartz suggested that you could improve the Unlimited Bridge, both in terms of its beat and structure, as it appears your recording is originating in the UK and requires license not obtainable from Redacted. I'm looping in Redacted at Universal Music. Mr. Schwartz, Music Publishing Administration can advise you of the requirements for licensing you need or point you in the right direction. We do not grant approval for the license of your demo recording as submitted. If you have any questions, we may assist further. Please let us know. I was so honoured I cried.
But this
I don't know what that's supposed to
This is a year ago.
That was when they uploaded Defying Gravity to Spotify, and it was removed within, I think, an hour or 2. So they do not have the licensing and permission.
No,
I don't know what that's supposed to prove, honestly.
It's from a year ago. It proves absolutely nothing.
It literally says in the thing, this does not grant you licensing.
He's grasping at straws. He'd post something more relevant if this wasn't true. And he's known to doctor things as well. He's done it to Jenny Johnson. He's done it to.
Oh, that's been removed already, apparently.
Apparently, everything Wicked has been removed. Sorry, I'm just doing a slow scroll here.
Let me have a look.
But please don't feed into what they want. They want to get sectioned. You've got to look at the big picture. They want to get sectioned. They want people to think that they are absolutely insane because it'll play better in court.
Already.
They do not have the money to back up any of this.
I was posting another story. Ha ha ha. That cease and desist is fake.
Oh,
He's crashing out. He's crashing out. If it was... he's clearly affected.
Just come in the box, alright? Come and have a chat.
Yeah, he posted do you know that email that he just
Oh, he just deleted it?
Yeah, he deleted it. If you needed any more proof, if you needed any more proof that this is, I mean, he's saying it's fake, but On Tuesday, he posted an Instagram story saying, my favourite thing, bearing in mind, we'd not said anything publicly at this point, we'd made a few little hints, but he said on Wednesday, or Tuesday, when I think it was Tuesday, my favourite thing doesn't want to be associated with me anymore. Well, what does that mean, Orion? What does that mean if it's fake? What does it mean? You
Astrid in the comments has said, I'm a rogue mod, they know it's real, they've been messaging me all week about it.
Astrid?
Oh, sorry. Someone's added me.
Astrid? Where's Astrid?
Look up.
It's quite far up.
Orion is in here. He's been listening. He's been
Been
listening.
listening the whole time.
Get in the box, Orion. Yeah?
Check your
Hello,
Discord.
Ryan. Please unblock me.
Check.
Yep, you'll be in Cam 2 again.
Since you're listening, Orion, please leave children alone.
I want to work with you.
But yeah, obviously,
Irish just wants to talk.
That got deleted so quick. Literally, within a minute, that was deleted.
Please stop messaging children. Please stop letting children be mods and become your best friend.
And sending you money.
Yeah. But now, if he goes to the police and he claims it's all the trolls, while big, massive multinational companies with billions of pounds do not, march to the beat of trolls. Can you imagine can you imagine how damaging that would be for a big company to do that? Go off what trolls are saying. It's absolute BS that he's claiming it's fake. They don't do that on a whim.
Oh, they've already deleted the cease and desist. It's fake.
Oh.
I just want to say one thing. To anyone saying that this is fake, I can get why you're saying that, but please know Razor is a very trusted source and a very good friend of ours, and this is all very, very real.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't be bigging this up if it was fake. We are sharing this with you all because this is real, and everyone in this box right now has been known about this for a few weeks now.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 weeks. We've been having to keep our mouth shut. Razor telling us behind the scenes. She can't say much because obviously, but please know this is 100% real. Please do not call Razor a liar. She's a very trusted source and a very good friend of ours.
She's a music executive. She knows what she's talking about. She's worked with these people for years and years. Obviously, there's things that we cannot say. She can if she wishes to. There's things that we just can't say. But if you needed more proof, then he's just proved it on his Instagram, hasn't he?
Yeah, he wouldn't be paying attention to it if it was fake.
No, he wouldn't. Why would
he wouldn't be deleting his stories?
just another Cam 2 live, isn't it? So why would he be reacting to it if it was? Do you know what I mean? Why would that get him so affected? And he proved it on Tuesday. He's so thick. He will say things, then he'll pretend he's never said it. My favourite thing doesn't want to be associated with me. This was when I was first told that he was served, and then later that day he starts crashing out, and then he posts that, and I'm like, you know what I mean? Yep, don't call any welfare checks. He wants to be sectioned. That's what this whole performance for the last week has been about.
He wants to plead insanity.
He wants to get sectioned to be deemed to have diminished responsibility in court. He wants it for PIP and UC. He wants it so he can't work. You know what I mean? It's all.
And then also to get out of this as well.
Yeah, for diminished responsibility. I've been sectioned. I've got mental health. I don't know what I'm doing. It's the CLA excuse. It's a CLA. It's taking a page out of CLA's book. Can you do a quick recap, Razor? Because people are saying, because we've had hundreds of people in since.
Oh, if you want to do a quick recap at the moment, I'm just following up some messages, so just give me a second. So if you want to do that, I'm more than happy for you guys to do that.
Right, okay, so last week, early in the week, Orion was served a cease and desist letter. He was personally served it. and he was given terms by Universal to say, you must stop what you're doing. You must not infringe our image, our licensing, our copyright, our trademarks. You must not keep representing yourself as Elphaba. You've caused innumerable damage to Defying Gravity. They laid out things he specifically can't do. He can't publicly broadcast music that Universal licenses from Wicked, and saying that he can't do that on live anymore. He can't dress up in the likeness of Elphaba, greening up, putting a witch hat on. Do you know that top he's got that says Wicked, the branded, and he can't do that, and he can't claim he's Elphaba anymore. He's got to change his name. He was given 7 days to produce evidence that Elphaba was his legal name, and he has not done so. He's not done so because he can't, because it's not his legal name. Is Orion Paul Doherty. He's not changed it by depoll. He's not changed it on his birth certificate. He's done nothing of the sort. And that ultimatum expired a couple of hours ago. He and people are going to be asking for proof. We've put up 2 screenshots of a redacted letter. Razorblade is a music executive. She's worked with in the music industry for decades. And if you need any more proof, well, on Tuesday, so Alpha was served on Tuesday morning. Later that day, he has his first big crash out. The start of this week, for the last 7 days, he's on the trot. He's been crashing out. This was the first day, and then he starts with the S-baiting, and then he comes off lives. And he posts a story that says, "My favourite thing doesn't want to be associated with me anymore." So I drew attention to that. Obviously, we've been sitting on this, and Razor, made us aware of some details, what we needed to know. I told everyone, because people were saying people were already starting to speculate about a C&D, because I said, we started saying he's received some bad news this morning. That's what the bad news was, and then people started speculating, and that was the reason. Basically, it's the reason for this whole performance for the last week. Go on, Jeremy.
Sorry, Lou, do you have because you've got all the screenshots of the stories, do you have the one when he posted?
Yeah, my favourite thing doesn't want to be associated with me anymore.
Do you still have it? It's probably on Discord, but maybe
I
that
can
would
go
make more
get
sense
it.
to be able to.
I can go get it.
What happens if he carries on? Well,
to show that.
Well, he's already carried on. He violated the C&D within less than 24 hours. We got screen recordings of the little BASTARD singing, the day of. So then within 24 to 48 hours, he was. He received a court summons for doing so, because he's just not allowed to anymore. They've made it clear it's not acceptable. So if he keeps doing this, every single infraction will count against him. Obviously, we can't send clips in of him singing Defying Gravity or Wicked before the C&D came into effect. But everything after that, that's why I've been telling people, please go ask him about Wicked, see what he says, let's see what his response is, and we can gauge, see if we can find out anything from that, and to send me clips of him singing Wicked. And a couple of days ago when we were doing that, he was do you know how he goes on and on about Wicked, and he loves to talk about Wicked. I made people put in his chat, what was it, sing Wicked, it cheers you up. He never did so. And also, anytime someone was asking about Wicked, he was very quiet and he moved on very quickly, whereas he usually rambles on and on and on about that. So
Alright, let me see if this works.
Well, this is just one more issue for them, because they've got a tax bill in the tens of thousands at least. They've said they're in rent arrears somehow from homeless accommodation. I'm not quite sure how that works, but and then he's got a rug debt as well, and now he's going to court for this. Oh.
There's no set date for that yet.
There's no set date. Yeah, these things that happen overnight, and that's the thing. As soon as we figured out where he was, obviously you can't dox someone. You just can't do that publicly. But as soon as people found out definitively where he is, he was served. You think how quickly, his old address was properly confirmed. Like, people had speculated for months, and they'd narrowed down the general area. But then when it was confirmed within a couple of weeks, this happens. So here we go. My favorite.
This is the fourth time, though.
Yeah.
The fourth time that they have tried to be served, though. So the fourth attempt finally landed.
Yeah, and he's able to be summoned and served again because his addy was literally put out there again. So he can't get away from it. He can't move to a different place and escape, because it's already out there again, and that's what he was worrying about. That's why he moved. He admitted yesterday that he moved due to due to trolling and doxing, and not because of a fire. And this is the real reason.
Someone's asked, is there a possibility of jail time?
I wouldn't know about that.
Yes. Yep. As this document says, imprisonment up to 5 years. So yeah, there is.
I imagine if he does contempt of court, then you can get, that's a criminal offence as well. So Lou's put up the Instagram story, and it says, "My favourite thing doesn't want to be affiliated with me. I've always wanted friends who liked musical theatre musicals. I never had it." So that's what we were alluding to last week when we're saying he's received some bad news. And then I said, if you want to put 2 and 2 together, go and look at his Instagram story.
And that's the thing, every friend that they have had is doing so much better since being away from them. They have survived Orion.
Razor, somebody's asking, because Orion has been pushing for the autism diagnosis, would that at all affect? As far as I know, I don't think so, because again, it's after the fact, but...
They've been trying to get that diagnosis for ages, and it's purely for their own benefit. It won't affect anything in court, but they want to have something to say, I am crazy, I am insane, look at what I can do.
Yeah, he wants the excuse, basically, which lines up because he wants the excuse for the police too, so he can go to the police and say, look, I've had to go on antidepressants because of the trolls, and so you need to do something because they're making my mental health worse. And that's why he's seeking a diagnosis as well, so he can say, look, I'm a vulnerable autistic ADHD trans woman and I'm being stalked and harassed online, so you need to do something about that because I'm vulnerable. It's all part of the same playbook. He's saying you're lying on Insta. I know he did, but he deleted the stories unless he's posted new ones. he said we lied for about a minute and then he deleted it. And you can see, if you were lying, Elphaba, prove to the contrary.
Feel free to join the box and prove it wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to see that.
He is. He's clutching at straws. He's got. Well, he claims. Do you know when we come to him, he claims it's all AI and it's all fake, but we literally only record what comes out of his mouth. So he's a pathological liar, so I wouldn't really trust what he says about anything. And if he says, oh, this isn't real, well, that's meaningless. Do the police know about the C&D?
Yes, they do.
Yeah. So his claims to the police of, he's just a victim, well, the police are going to look at the legal action, universal and wicked are taken, and you know what I mean. They don't do that for no reason. They don't do it on a whim.
Yeah, I deleted the post calling it fake after about a minute of it being up.
Not even that. I'm having to refresh every second in case he puts something up and deletes it before I can get to it.
Which police is? Well, he's under the Metropolitan Police.
No, his TikTok account.
Civil and criminal.
Yeah.
So that would be a reason why he would have been moving around a lot.
Yeah. We think so.
Yep.
Because
they tried to issue a They tried to issue a CND 3 times before to previous addresses, and they weren't at those accommodations. The fourth one stuck, and then they moved within a day or two from receiving that. And then they were issued they were served a reminder, and that's what was the crash out yesterday of everybody's doxing my information, and it was because identity theft, because they had somebody come and serve them again.
Yep, so that's what that was about.
When you say served, does that mean somebody in person served it to them?
Yes.
Gotcha.
A court approved bailiff or JP served the documents to them.
Oh, because I received information a while ago that the bailiffs were going to be turning up to their door, but that was regarding a phone bill.
I wouldn't be shocked about that.